I'm just saying, I'd like to see people from the gang culture step up and do what I thought, they did when all this kicked off, back in the 90s. Well, before that, but I'm saying back in the 90s, I'd like to see them stand up for, the right things, And on that note, it's only gotten worse. Like, they don't, gang members and the culture, they don't stand up for nothing anymore, nothing good. Like, it's like, it was a few years ago. It was during, I don't know, it was after the riots, I think, or during the riots. I put on YouTube or somewhere, I said, how come people will protest for everything under the sun, but nobody's ever protested the pedophiles and the, like, Hollywood and all that? Within a couple days, they were in the streets of California, fucking with signs, thousands of people protesting Hollywood's pedophile rings. Within like 2 days of me saying something like, how come they never did that? It's the same thing as when I said, how come Trump doesn't come up with his own social media site? He's always complaining about being censored, but he's got billions of dollars. He's got enough to create his own. It doesn't cost that much. Elon bought Twitter for $44 some odd billion. That is an illusion in itself, because I did the research how much it costs to create a social media site. It's only like 20 million. So when they throw that 44 or 42, whatever it was, billion, they're trying to make it look like it's hard to do. It's not hard to do. But they need you to think it's hard to do, so then you stop questioning, or I stop questioning, or you stop listening to me when I tell you that something ain't right about that. They want you to think it costs more than it does, so that's why they're not doing it. No, they're not doing it because they don't give a shit if you have a voice. They don't want you to have a voice. They don't want you to have freedom of speech. It only costs $20 million to create a social media site. They want to pay $44 billion? That's a lie in itself. It's to keep you stupid. And then two or 3 days after I said Trump should start his own site and stop bitching about being censored, then he comes out with that announcement. It's the same thing they did in California when I said, how come they don't protest the Hollywood pedophile rings? It's the same thing. They both did what I said, but it's only, is it because it was a good idea? Or is it because if they didn't, or because they needed to hide the fact that, see, it's not what you say that lets people know who you are. It's what you don't say. It's what you don't do. And these are things they did not say or do until I had to give them the idea to do it, which means they don't care. You understand what I'm saying? And on that note, I can go back in my social media if they haven't erased it wherever I said it, but it's probably all deleted. Like I said, all I have to do is go check the dates, Google when were they protesting the Hollywood pedophile rings on the West Coast, and whatever day that was, it was a day or two before that I posted it. I guarantee it. See, I know when I did things because of the reactions that I can look up the reactions to the things I said quicker than I can look up what I said. Shit, every time. When did I say this? Well, let me see. The reaction. I can Google the reaction and see when the reaction took place. That will give me a good idea as when I said that it should happen. And then, yeah, and that's a fact. That's 100% fact. I don't know when I said it, but all I got to do is go look at when it actually happened, and it's just a few days to a week prior, as usual.